I would like to invite Ms. Anjali ma'am to introduce our second speaker, Dr. Kousalya ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to welcome Dr. Kousalya Surampalli, a highly skilled professional in clinical data management and digital solutions for the pharmaceutical industry. She is currently a manager digital architect at Bristol Myers Squibb, that is BMS, Hyderabad, where she specializes in study optimization and assessment planning, driving efficiency and innovation in clinical trial processes. Dr. Surampalli earned her Doctor of Pharmacy, that is Pharm.D degree from Acharya Nagarjuna University, and has built a strong expertise in electronic data capture, that is EDC, study setup, RTSM integration, CDISC compliance, and clinical data validation. Her career includes significant contribution at Clinian as a business analyst and Xlera as a junior research analyst, showcasing her depth of knowledge in data-driven healthcare solutions. Today, she will share her insights on exploring the local career options in clinical research, data management, and digital health, offering practical guidance to aspiring professionals looking to build a strong careers in an evolving field. Now, I'm extending a warm welcome to Dr. Kousalya Surampalli. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much for such a great introduction. Can I have the presentation, please?
Ma'am, can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, is it now visible?
Yes, ma'am. Please put it in a slideshow mode.
Yeah, slideshow, I have some notes, so it will not be visible for me if I put entire screen. It is okay, right? If I use the
Yeah, ma'am.
screen?
You can proceed. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. You can proceed.
Thank you for giving me this great opportunity. And good morning to everyone who is there on the stage, speakers, respected delegates, and the bright students who are exploring for the jobs. And today we will discuss about the local career options in the clinical research, data management, and digital health in India. So we already have seen the global careers explained by the Samit sir, what will be available in the US. So now I'll explain in India what are the opportunities will be available. So before going to that topic, I'll little bit share about my journey, how I got my current roles and the hurdles I have faced in my role. So first, I have passed out in the Corona time. I got my job very soon after graduating. I'll tell that journey also once I have done this presentation, how I got the job, how I have prepared, and might be that will be useful for you and for your preparation too. And I, after getting the job, that it was a contract job. It's a 6 months contract job, started as a junior research analyst in the Accelera Knowledge Solutions. That time I was working completely remotely, remote. So as you know that remotely means we don't have people around you, the same expertise which is having. So the working remotely is good for the people who is already having the experience because they know the tools which they are using, they know how they are working. But it for me it is little bit difficult to adapt that environment, to adapt the tools which we have not seen in the academics. So that is one of the things we should adapt. So I would say here, everyone should have the adaptability feature, which will be very useful for your career. So coming to my first job, what will be my main responsibility in that role? So my main responsibility is to read and analyze the complex scientific articles. And in that articles, I'll usually find very big molecule structures, which is very tough to understand. So I think everyone is from B.Pharm.C and Pharm.D, and everyone has the organic chemistry subject. So in that you have find a larger molecule structures. But I have seen what I have seen in my career, in my job role, is like 5 times bigger than the molecules which I have seen in the academics. So I have to put my time to understand, to work on that, everything that I need to grasp the content. But I took that time and I kept my entire time, stayed committed, and didn't give up anywhere in my role. So now I am okay with my studying that scientific articles. So then my another task has been come up saying that why we are doing all of these things. Like everyone should understand, right? If we are doing something, some of the work, you should know and people for whom we are working for. How this data, like I'm collecting the data from the scientific articles. How the company will be using that data, to whom they are giving that data, how they're generating money from that data. So we should understand all of these things when we are doing the job. So I understood that all the concept. Then I found out that so people who are working there, they are extracting the data from the scientific articles and the publications, and it will be useful. The data which we are extracting are completely from the preclinical trial data. So the data which we are extracting will be used for the clinical trials to show that the information is good enough, that the treatment might work. So this understanding of the concepts is one of the thing that I would say it will be uh, make you some different person in your career. And so I already said you that it's a contract job, 6 months contract job. So again, after completing 3 months or 4 months, I got one more question that um, I'll complete my contract in 6 months, next 3 months, then I'll be again jobless. I need to find out the job again. So I have to balance now the job, the 9 to 6 job. Again, I need to do the job hunting, and again, I have to prepare for the interviews. So I did along all these 3 activities daily. I usually would say that opportunities will not come always. 1 or 2 opportunity will be come. We should grab that. So everyone should be prepared for the things what you want. So I'll be always be prepared for that. And one day I got a call from my HR saying that would you attend a interview, like my skills has been matched with their requirements. So once the skills has been matched, then they preferred me as a person, like as a for that role. And then I was in that interview. As I prepared, like within 1 hour they said, can you be in the interview for next 1 hour? I said yes, and then it went to the another role. I cracked that interview, and then went to the another role of mine as a business analyst. So, as a business analyst, here you would think that business analyst means it might be belongs to the IT or any other consulting companies. No, it's completely belongs to the IT company, but the work is completely related to the life science background. But I have to learn about the technical aspects too. That is one of the extra skill that I need to learn in my role. So as I said, we have to learn every day, and I did that too in my next job. And so I was there in that job for a long time, and I explored, like, that is the job where I learned everything. Every day is a learning. Every day is one opportunity for me to get better in my career, in my professional and the non-professional skills too. So that job changed my career completely. And then I went to the manager level, where now I'm working as a digital architect, uh, as a manager in the Bristol Myers Squibb. This is my complete journey as a manager. I have what are the learnings I had, how adaptable we should be when an opportunity come. And so from my career, I would say that be a consistent learner and being adaptable to any situation is one of the good quality if you have, and maintain that quality. And if you don't have that, you can build that. That is my career background till now. So we'll discuss today about 1 minute, please. Yeah. Today we are going to discuss on all of these topics, like how the industry in India and career opportunities in the clinical research and digital health. Opportunities are available, but what we need for that opportunities. Companies or the industry require the people who are very skilled persons. So that is one thing. So in one inspirational career story of a person, and key takeaways in the conclusion. If you have any Q&As, we can go with that. So understanding yeah. So opportunities in India, what do you believe that there are enough opportunities available in clinical research, data management, and digital health? I would have answers for that. I would need some reactions from your side. Can the one who is operating could enable that reaction option? I would have thumbs up or up down.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, participants, the reactions tab is open, so you can just respond to the query.
I will again tell you the question, that do you believe that there are enough opportunities in India regarding clinical research, data management, and digital health? Yeah, I would see all the thumbs ups. Thank you very much for your participation. And I would now go with that career opportunities that are available in India. So do we have enough opportunities? That now everyone said that the answer is yes. Yes, we have a lot of opportunities in India, and India is growing now in the pharmaceutical and healthcare sector rapidly. And there are many global companies are establishing their innovation centers and their research hubs in India. I'm living in Hyderabad. So I was recently joined the BMS, right? So the company which it's recently established their innovation center in Hyderabad. And apart from BMS, we have other companies too, which is Amgen, Sanofi, Eli Lilly also started their innovation center in Hyderabad. So we have a lot of companies coming to India. The one who want to pursue their career in India, they also have the opportunities. So, and the next question everyone would have is like, will those companies or any other companies hire the freshers, or only for the experienced people they would hire? I would say a few companies, they will recruit the freshers, and they will definitely train the people for some time, and they will be very good at the work and roles and responsibilities which they are doing. So for this question, my answer would be yes. There are companies like IQAC, Global Data, Accelera. All these companies will hire the freshers and they will recruit. They will train the people. So apart from that companies, if you want anything, just search for the companies which are recruiting the freshers and be prepared for the interviews and all. Coming to the next, opportunities in clinical research. Opportunities in clinical research. So from the start of the clinical trial to the end of the clinical trial, there are plenty opportunities of plenty opportunities for the life science background people. You would say like how people usually know that clinical data management, medical coding, or regulatory affairs, biostatisticians, and CRA. All these roles you already know. But I would say these are the standard roles which you know. Apart from that roles, you have other roles too, which you can be in that position. So coming to that roles, which I would say now, or before to the clinical trials, there should be some data supporting that clinical trial, showing that the medicine or the treatment might work in the patients. So some of the companies always collect this data and store this data and will and the companies which are doing that research, they will be using this data to show that this medicine might work. So these here to read that means they are gathering the information from the scientific studies and the publication. So to read that articles, they need the life science graduates like Pharm.D, Pharm.C people. They only understand the research which they have written and done. So here the life science graduates play a major role for these data collections and all. Coming to the protocol development, this is the start of a clinical trial. When the protocol has been started, means the trial plan has started. Usually, we feel that only the clinical scientists who are working on the protocol development, but this is not. It's not work in that way. Along with the clinical scientists, there are a lot of other supporting roles which are working along with them. Like a trial has started. Okay, now the patient should be recruited for that for that trial. So based on that inclusion criteria, this patient recruitment team will see that how many patients can be recruited, what will be our subject enrollment, how many subjects can be enrolled, and what will be the percentage of screen failure or dropout, what will be the female percentage and male percentage rates. So this is one team who is working on the patient recruitment completely, and they will look for the recruitment of the people in different areas too. So here also a life science graduate can be join in this team. And along with that team, there is a biospecimen teams too who will be working along with this at the start of the trial plan. They will be working on managing collection, storage, transportation of samples like urine or blood, tissue sample collection, anything that will be samples from the patient. They will make sure that all the rules and regulations has been followed. These are the people who will be trained the CRC or the lab technicians who will be there in the hospital site. So here also a life science graduate can be the part of this team. Coming to the other aspects like informed consent preparation, there should be a clear document prepared before start of the clinical trial to explain the patients how the trial will be conducted, what will be the impact for them. So to get the permissions to participate and ensuring that everything should be understand, a informed consent team should be worked on that should be worked on that, right? So here also, like a life science graduate can easily understood that content of the informed consent. So here also, if B Pharm.C or the Pharm.D graduate can easily be in the part of this team. And some more roles will be there, like trial analyst and the feasibility study experts. They usually do what they will do means, so before starting a trial, we should not directly go and do the trial on the this site or that country. I'll do. It's not like that. They will do. There are some experts who will decide that where the study should be conducted, in which country the study, which in which site, in which hospital should be conducted. They will check the best suited hospital for the trial, and they will be used that hospital for that trial, right? So here this analysis can be done by the expert like Pharm.D or B Pharm.C, because they know what are the facilities that required for a trial. Usually can say one lab or any imaging center or facilities for the patient what are required. So here also a person who is having the life sciences graduate can be in this team. And coming to clinical trial conduct phase, as I said, everyone knows that clinical research coordinator, CRE, CDM, medical writers, medical coding affairs, regulatory affairs, and biostatisticians. These are the roles which I said and which you know are the standard roles for the clinical trial. But apart from that, there are other people who is working on the clinical trials to ensure that everything, the trial is going smoothly. Those will be called as in clinical trial experts. And the people who will be working to speed up the trial, those will be called as trial acceleration team. And there are other people, like for conducting a trial, we need the investigational product, right? So for the investigational product handling and storaging and supplying from the manufacturing center to the site. So you may think of like a trial has been conducting in the in India, but manufacturing will be somewhere else. Or if you would say manufacturing will be in Mumbai, but trial has been conducted in the Hyderabad site. So they should transport that investigational product from that manufacturing unit to the site. They whenever they're transporting that medicine, they should maintain that storage conditions, everything. So here also a life science graduate can be join in this team. Those will be called, the team will be called as clinical supply chain management team. So and apart from that, the teams which will be developing the case report forms, CRFs, usually know that whenever the trial has been conducting, they will collect the data. So whenever the data should be collected in one of the form, right? That form will be called as case report form. I think you already know that. So there are a lot of people who will be handling this case report form development, because they should not take a lot of data from the patient, because there is a database which they are collecting. So in that database, if they collect more data, that will be problem. If they would collect less data, that would also be problem. So the data, whatever required for the trial, they need to collect that data. So there will be a lot of experts who is handling this CRF development too. And coming to other roles apart from the clinical trials and all, there are few companies which will be doing research on the drug cost analysis. So if one drug has been come up from the to the market, they would not keep whatever the amount or the cost they want. They do a lot of analysis how the other companies and what are the cost that has they have put on that product. They would do all these cost analysis for the drug, and then they will keep that charge. So this will also be one of the area that our role would be there. And few companies, they will do molecular research too. So it's usually like competitive for the competitive advantage. Like one company has one molecule which is already in the market, so the another company will check whether can I improve that efficacy of the drug, safety, or the cost. By improving that, can I release a drug which will be the competitive for the other company? Like that, to do this all this research, there are few companies will be there, and there are other top consulting companies where these top companies implement what they will do. They will do clinical workflows innovation. Like we already set one environment, they will always look for how to improve that process, how to improve the process which we already have. No one is like the process is set, we should be with the same flow. No, it's not like that. Every day it's like improvisation of the work. It's like how to improve the speed of the work, how to improve the quality of the work. Like that every team will work. So here also the companies where they're thinking to implement these clinical workflows, there is also our part will be there. So there are a lot of opportunities where you can be in the industry apart from the common roles which you have already known. So I would go to the next slide, that is opportunities in digital health. So coming to digital health, usually you have noticed in the hospitals and outpatient departments, there is a lot of clinical data that has been stored in the digital platforms. Like the people, you think that all these will be developed by the IT professionals, and do they need support from the life sciences graduates? Yes, I would say yes, because I have already worked as a business analyst like this field where they have EDC tool, electronic data capture. They will collect data from for the clinical trials. For collecting the data, they will use this EDC tool. I have worked in the same IT company as a business analyst, and it's not like completely technical. It's related to our life science background only, but you should be able to adapt little bit concepts of the technical aspects too, which will be benefit for your career. They will say it will be benefit, but if you learn, it will be more good for your career too. So I, as a question, like while IT professionals developing these tools, do they actually need the life science background? I say yes, because these tools are collecting the data, right? It's completely the patient data or the subject data, which is very confidential. So these people should know completely or like strictly compliance with the regulatory requirements and quality standards related to our life science. So they definitely need us to have that compliance with the regulatory requirements. Usually I have seen the life science background who are working in these professionals like quality assurance and providing support to the clients are usually who is working on those products, which is our pharmaceutical companies, and people from the same pharma company who is having good communication skills will also be in the sales department, who will be giving product demos, who is like improving the sales of the products and all. So if you have good communication, you should be also in the part of this company. I would always say that science and technology will go in hand. When you see both combined, you will discover many exciting career opportunities. That is one of the things we should be more aware of that. And then coming to opportunity, till now we have seen what are the opportunities that are available in the clinical research and the digital healthcare. So now our next question is, opportunities are available, but what next? Are you um, are you ready to grab all these opportunities? But I would say industry demands an individual who are not only having knowledge, but also having high skilled, adaptable, and capable of critical and analytical thinking. As Samit sir said, previous presentation, he mostly stressed on that communication. You have knowledge, but if you are not able to communicate, people won't think that you are knowledgeable. When you are good enough to communicate whatever the knowledge you have, then only you will success in the career. So the people, if any, the people who are, I have one poll question. If if you can open the reactions, I would ask the poll questions for the people. Hello.
Sorry, ma'am, 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, ma'am. Now the reactions tab is open.
Yeah. So if there are people like 5th year or 6th year, and the people from anyone can give your reactions, like have you started building your professional profiles on the job platforms, or like are you active in the LinkedIn on the Naukaris? Okay, it's good, very good that I have seen a lot of thumbs ups. If you are having like if you have built your professional skills and you are actually exploring the jobs, and if you are actively looking for the skills that you are that what skills that you are required, it's very good. So now I'll tell you few skills that you required, and what are the skills you should have for the roles which are available in the industry. How should you prepare to those skills? One thing I would suggest is that create the job profile at earliest possible. So if you have the job profiles, like I would say job profiles means you should have CV and resumes also. You should have a resumes which you create your profiles on the job platforms like LinkedIn, Naukri, and Indeed. Search for your job which you are interested, whether it is clinical research, pharmacovigilance, or medical coding, anything, whatever you think it's good for you, think about that job and do the job search. Or if you want to search which is good for your career, that is also like based on the roles and responsibilities, you can also think which role will be good for me, which will be suitable for me. Like that you can search at earliest, like start it early before passed out, I would say. So search for the roles which are posted in the LinkedIn or the Naukri. Make a note of all the skills that are required. Make it whatever the skills, whether it is professional skills or the non-professional skills, make a note of them and start preparing for that now. And so what if you are thinking to start a career in the clinical research, so for a fresher, usually they will see what you are able to understand, like whether are you able to understand the clinical trial process, how many phases are there, what are the regulatory guidelines, and what is in protocol, and what are the data that is there in the protocols, what is an informed consent form, IRB, IEC, and which type of studies are there. All these are not topics, like these are not the outside topics, these are the topics which you already have in your curriculum in the 5th year. I think in the 5th year Pharm.D you already have all these topics, so you should learn all these topics earlier before passed out. It's not only learning, that if someone come and ask you at right now, if I ask you what is clinical research, what are the phases in the clinical trial process, if I ask that question, you should be able to answer me at straight away. I should get the answer. That is how you should be prepared for the interview. Okay, so if you feel that the topics which are required for your role is not available in the topics, like in the textbooks or anywhere, if you haven't found that, use the technology. You have AI resources, Google, YouTube, everything, everywhere you will get the basics. Just have an understanding of what is that and be able to communicate what you understood. That is one of the good skill you should have. Okay. And coming to communication skills, it is one of the main quality which hiring manager will see in the freshers. Not only the freshers, it will be for the professionals who are experienced too. But for a fresher, if you want to be one step ahead of the other people, you should be able to communicate better than others. So how should I get these communication skills? As in the earlier presentation, they said to do research, some research on the to read some of the research articles and take one company profile daily, top 10 pharmaceutical companies, what they are doing, in which therapeutic area, uh, they are doing research. So who will be the competitors for like if oncology is there, who are the top companies that are doing research on the oncology? And if would say that immunology is there, who is the people working on the immunology therapeutic area? And what are the drugs that are released? What are the updates? If you read all these things, you will be get knowledge and you should be able to understand the things. And then coming to speaking skills, so you should able to communicate which you have the knowledge, right? So I would say, which I usually do, speak yourself for 15 minutes daily. If you have no other person to speak, this is the best way to improve your uh, english or English or like speaking skills, everything. Speak 15 minutes every day. This will be the best tip for improving the communication skills. So coming to these communications is this is how you should do practice. And industry always look for the people who are having good knowledge, skills, adaptable, and able to think critically and analytically. So prepare yourself, building the right skills, and stay flexible always, and continuously improve your abilities, whether it will be in knowledge, coming to professional knowledge or the communications. And do in-depth research. I have heard this one time in somewhere, that because of the AI or anything, the people who are vertical learners, horizontal learners, will be shut off from the market. The people who are horizontal learners will be there. So if you have an in-depth knowledge of any topic, you will be there in the market every day, or every day. So that one I'll be stressed here. So these are the skills you should be do, and you should be aware of what you should do before passing out from the study academics. So this is the thing we already discussed, that opportunities are there and skills are there. There is one inspiration story, that if a person meet that opportunity, if a right skilled person meets that opportunity, how it will be their career. I had one of my friend, sorry, one of my friend who has a lot of right opportunities in her career. Usually we start our exploring, like career and building the CVs, exploring for the jobs after completing their course. But she didn't wait it until her course completion. She started her career or building the skills and all before completing the course. It's fifth year and sixth year. She researched the industries and the type of roles available to her. Like what are the type of industries? As I said, there is a research industry will be there, who is conducting the clinical trial, who will be doing market research, and will have roles in the IT too. She note down all the industries, what they are working, how they are working, and where should I get that opportunity. Like that, she noted everything, and she created skills what required for the roles. And she created the resumes and set up their profiles in the job platforms before getting passed out. And she prepared for both professional and communication skills before completing the course. And as you know that as a fresher, you will get a lot of fake calls when we are starting our professional, starting our career, like give some amount of money, I would give you the job. But never be in this trap. If you think of one rupee also, that it would be waste. No company will ask for you, will ask you money to be part of their company. They will never ask any money from you. They will just see the skills in you. So be prepared with the skills. So she also received a lot of fake calls, but she never cut that calls. She used that for her practice to improve her communications and interview skills. That is one of the skill you should also take. Like if someone is called you, like I would say not to bother them. Whatever they asked, try to reply them. And if you want to ask anything, then you should also communicate with them. This is how you can improve the communication with the people. So and how with these all these activities, she worked hard, and within 1 month of passed out, she got an opportunity in the company. This is how, like, once the opportunity meets the right skilled person, the success will be sure. And I would go to key takeaways. So Indian pharmaceutical and healthcare is rapidly growing. If you think they're not having any opportunities, it's big no. You have lot of opportunities, but they will see the skilled person. You should be more skilled to more be like, you should improve your skills day by day and do research and everything. It's not like you should throw on the other person. You should be yourself and do all the things. Don't go with the other person. Do yourself. And if you think of science and technology are different, no, it's both are combined. Then only you can see lot of um, opportunities in the career. And there are, apart from the standard roles, there are a lot of other opportunities in the industry. You should be more explore to the opportunities. So you might ask me one question, like how should we know that this opportunity is for us? How can we search for those opportunities? So in Naukri or LinkedIn, anywhere, if you search with the basic term, like if you want to search for the biospecimen team, then you can search for the biospecimen. You will get the roles. And if you want to search for the data analyst, then like research analyst, then search the only only word research. Based on the research, you will get a lot of roles. So within that research, whatever the roles you are getting, just go to that role and check what are the key responsibilities and what are the skills that are required for that role. Take that if it's fit for you. And there is one like degree also will be, eligibility criteria will be there, so you can check that one also if it belongs to the life science graduate. And if it's related to, if the roles and responsibilities are known for you, if it's matches for you, then it is big okay to apply for all those jobs. Everywhere, whatever the job you are doing, it's not it's not about the money or anything. First you should start with one role. If you are becoming an expert in that area, then money also come along with you. That is one thing I would say. Now I'll open for the questions.
Thank you, ma'am. So, dear participants, if you have any queries, you can post them in the chat box or raise your hand. Participant, you can unmute yourself and ask the queries. We have one query, ma'am, from a student. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your inspirational journey with us. Your words about consistency, continuous learning, and adapting to opportunities are truly motivating. So his query is, I'm planning to conduct a retrospective study in our hospital on use of anesthesia, post-operative antibiotics, and acute pancreatitis in patients receiving anti-diabetic agents during my 4th year. Ma'am, do you think pursuing such research projects will help boost my career opportunities after graduation and while seeking jobs?
I would say you definitely do your research before when you are doing your graduation. It is definitely yes. If you if I'm taking one interview, if I had two persons, one is having this research who already did, and and other person without having any research, I would always pick that person who did research. So this is one of the add-on for your resume too. I would say yes, you start doing when you are doing your graduation, and it will boost your career too.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other queries?
I think everyone is interested in the going to the global careers.
No, ma'am. Actually, you have explained it very clearly regarding the path and how the steps involved. So we can take it on a positive note. The session is very clear.
Yes, yes, that is good actually. Everywhere we should look for the opportunities too.
Yeah, we have one query, ma'am. This is Sheikh Sumer, Pharm.D first year student. So his question is, how can we as students identify the right opportunities early and develop the skills required so that when the time comes, we are fully prepared to achieve success? So please guide us.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, it would not be from my side, it will be from your side. What you required in your career. Whether it is like, do you want daily learning, like daily knowledge? And I have seen like medical coding, usually they will have ships and all. And which type of uh, thing you want in your life? You want, if in IT industry, if you go into the IT industry, you should daily learn for something. In CDM, you should also learn for daily, like for the CDM, if you go for the CDM, then you will have the opportunity in every company, in every CRO company. You will have the same opportunity, and you are like, you already worked here also, you would like, you should work, you will work the, you will have same work. If you took in another role, which is like, I said, you know, that coming to my career itself, I worked as a junior research analyst, and then business analyst and digital architect. Now here the challenge is, in every role whenever you are changing, you should be uh, like learn the tools again, which is having different from company to company. Okay, so it's like up to you. If it's in CDM, then it's everywhere same. If you want that certainty in your life, you can go with the CDM. If you want to explore different types, you can go for uh, any role which you want. But whatever you took, do it with passion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have one.
one more question. I think I would address this also, develop skills that are required. So first you should take that role which you required, and then search in the LinkedIn or the Naukri with that job title. In that jobs, you can take what are the skills that they mentioned. Okay, not, don't take only one company. If it's in CDM, it will be same. If it's an another role, then take from different companies what the skills they are mentioning. Okay, combinedly take all the skills and prepare for that skills. I think I have
Yeah,
addressed.
we have one query, ma'am, from a student. This is not relevant to clinical research, but he has doubt related to clerkship of fourth year. So how students get evaluated during their clinical clerkships in fourth year? So if you would like to answer his query.
In fourth year clerkships,
Yeah, actually it's fifth year clerkships.
evaluated means coming to career or could you explain in detail about
No,
what is?
actually his query is regarding Pharm.D academics. So
Mhm,
regarding clinical clerkship in Pharm.D, so what are
mhm.
the parameters generally they consider to evaluate that clerkship? So that's his query.
Okay, I got it. So usually whatever things that you have mentioned in the resume, like if you kept that as in like I did hospital pharmacy and whatever you did in the hospital, based on like you will mention in the resume, right? So based on that resume only they will pick. They will not ask you apart from the resume which you haven't mentioned. They will always pick, if you mention that clerkship in the resume, then only they will pick the clerkship and what you have did and how you did everything. They will ask like if there is any drugs, what will be the family of that drugs. All of these things they would like to ask. They would like to ask that.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
hope I
One
have
more
answered that question.
Yeah, ma'am. So one more query from student. This is Mauliswar, fourth year Pharm.D student. So
Mhm.
Indian CROs and pharma companies value Pharm.Ds with programming and data knowledge like SAS or
Yes,
Python. Is
yes,
it a
yes, yes.
mandate for them to learn?
No, it's not a mandatory thing. If you, I already said, you know, if you having like for the life science graduate or for the IT background people, if you ask them to learn both, it will be difficult. But the people who is having both expertise, they will be the one who will be picked for these top companies. So in my team only, recently we had a job post saying that they would have knowledge of R, Python, and all. Along with that, they added a lot of expertise in the clinical research side. So the persons who are having both these expertise will become another will become into like will come into another level. It is not mandatory. You can also have other roles which is not expecting the technical aspects.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So this is regarding the previous query, Sumer. So in continuation to my question, does availability of too many different roles create confusion for us in choosing a clear long-term path?
No, it will not create you a confusion. So I would say once you get into the job, you will not have long picture. If you would think of like I'll be junior research analyst, I'll do some data collection and all, and after maybe 5 years, you might be planned for that, but you might become a lot of expertise in that, and you one day you think of that I would need another skills for like getting one more step into my career. So at that time again you should learn all of these skills, right? So coming to different roles, you should always learn the things and it will not be confusion for everyone. I already said, you know, title will be different, but the roles and responsibilities will be same for different companies. So whenever you got that confusion, you can go to the roles and responsibilities which are there in the job description. Based on the job description, you can apply for that jobs.
One more query. Actually, you already addressed this during your session. So the query is, are there any growth opportunities for Pharm.D graduates to move from entry level in clinical research to associate roles into leadership and then global project roles?
Yes, definitely. Yes. This is big S. So every floor is open for the people. It's completely on the person, how well he's skilled, how well his thinking is. It's completely depend on the person. If you are having lot of confidence and you are having lot of knowledge, everyone is eligible for that roles.
Thank you, ma'am. One last question from my side, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
So there is a fear in many graduates that once they get into a particular field, it's difficult for them to switch fields. They might be considered as freshers, or they might not consider them as freshers. So what is the actual reality in the market? If I'm working in a different role now, I'm not a fresher, and I was also not having any experience in the field I want to switch to. So will that be a major burden for a graduate who entered one field and wants to switch?
I would say 50-50. It's completely depends on the different factors. So if you are completely and different, like if you would see from the hospital environment, if the people comes to the industry, they don't they have the knowledge, but the practical knowledge they wouldn't have. So people always, whenever they're hiring, I also got a lot of rejections like that. Not a lot, like 2 or 3 rejections that switching from the one job to another job. It will be difficult a little bit, and they will treat you as a fresher because they already get the same people from the same area. So it is one of the difficulty that you would face, but if you had that opportunity, you will definitely get that. I have seen this, but as you said, you will definitely face the difficulty to find that opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. I think that with this, we have no more queries from the participants. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your patient explanation of entire process, your career journey, and answering all our queries. So we are very much glad to have you as one of our speakers today. So I hope the session is really useful for all the participants. So if you have any other queries also, you are always welcome to contact us. So I know ma'am is very friendly and she is always ready to help us. So if you have any other personal queries which you are not able to ask now, you can share with us so that we can get clarifications from ma'am. Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
thank you
ma'am.
so much. Yeah, I would give you one thank you note for the principal sir and Manjappa sir and IQAC coordinator Gauri Shankar sir and Pharm.D HOD Mallikarjun sir for giving me this such a great opportunity to be on this floor. Thank you for today.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Kousalya, ma'am, thank you. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation despite your busy schedule as an industrial person. We know that you will have once again, and I think you have shared a lot many actual facts the student should understand. What I understood is that there is nothing alternative to hard work. What throughout your presentation, you stressed it that key students should get job only when they put efforts. And
Yes, sir.
yes, yeah, the knowledge and hard work and communication of your knowledge.
Yes.
I think
Mm,
students should better understand that and they should grow accordingly and they should themselves equip for all those knowledge basic. Then, as you said, keep working so that definitely will get and try to have the habit of communicating in a good way. So
yes.
definitely there will be opportunity for those who comply all these three. I think that is
Yes,
the
we'll definitely get
that is the takeaway message from you, and
that.
thank you so much for sharing your industrial expertise, your I think career challenges and whatever the phases you've gone through, and I think that will really inspire students and make them to adapt themselves to all these I think things what industry expects actually from.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm also here. I did that work. Lot of
Yeah,
work.
yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you.